Hello, everyone. It
Anyway,
is me and Sparkplug. We're reacting to Knockout.
I shake you violently. God.
No, but seriously, we're reacting to it. We're learning about the basics of Knockout.
Yes, and we're also learning how to grill a potato. Anyway, we're going to head into this and see where exactly we're doing. Good. I love me some grilled taters. Mmm. And some fried biscuits. Anyway, besides that, I know nothing about Knockout. I just want to put that preface that here.
I know nothing about nothing.
That's pretty normal for your
It was
fable.
10 years ago this month that Transformers Prime hit our screens for the first time. So what better way to celebrate its anniversary than with a look at the history of its big breakout character, the stylish Decepticon medic, Knockout.
Really?
Oh, I
He's a,
know about Knockout
Now,
now.
Knockout
I think
I, he's a medic? He does not look like a medic to me.
he's a
But then again,
Decepticon.
you know what I mean. He doesn't have any, like, he doesn't look like he turns into an ambulance
is
or
one
anything.
of the preeminent examples of a Transformer name that's been reused again and again and again on a lot of very different
That's a
characters
Minicon.
throughout the franchise's history.
Yeah, I saw the emblem.
Maintain their trademark on it. The first Knockout was released in 1990, the final year of the original Transformers toy line in America. He was part of the line's range of tiny, 2-inch tall Micromaster figures, and
Ooh.
was a member of the Decepticon Constructor Squad,
What?
alongside Stonecruncher, Excavator, Sledge, Hammer, and Grit.
What?
6 prideful, competitive construction experts.
I don't think this is the Constructicons.
They had to tear down, or
Yeah.
who was paying them to do it if it meant they got the chance to build something. The squad were all Micromaster combiners, each one
I just say my favorite minicon mold. Such a fun thing. Minicons were a lot of fun, and I kind of wish we had them back. But that was for Armada, which is one of my favorites here. But yeah. Anyway.
transformed into half a vehicle,
Oh,
combined with any other half
that's weird.
to form a complete vehicle. Knockout was specifically paired with Grit, and together they turned into a backhoe truck, of which Knockout
Interesting.
formed the rear. Since the squad were all sold in a pack together, Knockout didn't get an individual character profile, and he didn't appear in any classic media, leaving him an almost completely blank slate for over a decade.
Not that surprising.
Dreamwave Productions profiled him in their 2003 guidebook, More Than Meets the Eye. Here,
Ooh.
Knockout was characterized as one of the most dedicated and enthusiastic members of the Constructor Squad, who often got so thrilled at the idea of building something that he would faint from sheer excitement.
What?
I kind of like him, not gonna lie.
Knockout would make his first in-story appearance, a micro-sized cameo in the manga Battle of the Stargate. A further decade
Never heard of
after
it.
that, he enjoyed a slightly more substantial role in IDW Publishing's 2014 comic book miniseries Empire of Stone, in which he helped Grit escape after he was wrongfully imprisoned alongside the Autobots Drift and Ratchet by dangerous Decepticon leader Gigatron.
Gigatron.
In between these scattered appearances by the original, many new, different knockouts were introduced in other series.
I want to preface this as someone that really liked the minicons. I always wanted the Star Saber, but I never got the minicons for it.
I did. I even had the ones to make the laser one. That was fun.
I think I had Hotshot, but I really wanted a Starscream toy, but
Not Starscream.
Second knockout debuted in 2002's Transformers Armada. He was one of the tiny power-enhancing minicons and transformed into an armored personnel carrier.
We always liked the minicons.
A member of the land military team, he and teammates Wreckage and Bonecrusher made a few appearances in both the Armada cartoon and comic book, overcoming their fear and hesitation to help the Autobots battle the Decepticons.
Yeah!
But like his predecessor, he didn't really have a personality until Dreamwave created a profile for him, which described him as a talkative brawler, sharp-witted,
My first minicon was
hot-headed,
Ripman.
who had a tendency
Cool.
to jump to conclusions.
Hothead, huh?
A sequel series, 2004's
Oh.
Transformers Energon, also featured its own knockout, another Minicon, who formed the head of his larger partner,
Does that
the
make him a
Autobot
headmaster?
Ultra Magnus. The live-action movie universe gained its first knockout in
kinda like this design.
2009's Revenge
Not
of the
gonna lie.
Fallen toy line. This one an Autobot who transformed into a motorcycle, an insecure young bot who spent all his free time honing his skills in hopes of being noticed by his comrades. He didn't feature in the films themselves, but did appear in tie-in novels and comic books, helping the
Ah, interesting. On another note, for everyone, and for Fable, would you guys actually like to watch us play some of the Transformers games? I don't know where to find them right now, but I will go looking if you guys really want us to,
Freaking
because they are fun.
Snow Fox wants me to play the Transformers games, and I'm like, listen, if I can somehow, pay like $500 for a stupid key for a game that's no longer on the thing, sure, why not?
I can't believe it's no longer on the store. That was a dumb thing.
Yeah, no, they probably lost the rights to it or something. But I know some people really want me to play it. I don't know how or why, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. It's
Like
gonna be really hard.
Like I've always said with this, a really good idea for a video game is basically have someone be able to make their own like Autobot or Decepticon and choose their alt mode and then have multiplayer where they can choose their side. Do you know how many people would play that?
Everyone.
Every Transformers fan. Who wouldn't want to make their own Cybertronian? Hell, if you somehow add in combiners, like have that as a power-up or if your team does really well together, that'd be crazy. Hello, Platty. No, you cannot use the scary emote. No, you cannot drink any alcohol here. This is an alcohol-free zone. No, you cannot have my fridge.
Laddie, I need about 350. I will give you Met's fridge if you do so.
You will do no such thing.
You have no say here, young man.
It's my fridge. I have all of the say.
Nah, you don't want to make it cool, so it's mine now.
Oh my god.
The forces of Nest
Anyway.
defend the Earth against the Decepticons until he was killed by Shockwave.
Of course, Shockwave.
A second movie universe knockout appeared as a non-transforming figure in 2011's Speed Stars toy line.
That's one of those
A
weird
three-wheeled
three-wheeler.
motorcycle Autobot with barely controllable anger issues. It was also in 2011 that the most famous knockout was introduced.
Here we go.
Transformers Prime. The Decepticons' medic and weapons engineer. This knockout was
Oh.
a vain, snobbish bot obsessed with his looks, who chose a sports car alternate mode,
Of course he
unusual for
did.
a Decepticon, specifically for its sleek, stylish shape. Knockout joined the cast of the Prime cartoon.
Well, his model looks
through
pretty
its
good.
First season, when he and his assistant Breakdown were summoned to the Decepticons' warship by Starscream to tend to
Starscream.
severely wounded Megatron.
Ah.
Heavily queer-coded, he was played with great theatricality
Really?
by actor Dan
Yeah, he's
Norris,
incredibly
all
gay.
campy mannerisms and saucy dialogue.
I always love it when someone says, "Yeah, he's incredibly gay."
No, he
really,
he
like-
legitimately is. I think in the comics he has like literally a lover.
Huh.
That's why I'm like, oh, it's him. That's why I was like that. I'm like, I know a little
Really?
bit about him.
Mech, where the heck is Wheelie? I don't know. Go look for him in your heart or something. I don't know. On another note,
Wheelie sadly
Fine.
became a monster in the certain comic, and we had to kick him up into space. I'm not making this up, by the way. If you know which one I'm referring to, you know which one.
good to know. On another note, I was about to say, this reminds me of, there's one series where, yeah, my friend just basically told me, yeah, the person in this anime, he's gay. And it's like, there's a weird misunderstanding with another character, and it's all about a girl, and the whole time this is happening, the only thing I could think of what my friend said, I'm like, this whole thing could be resolved if he simply said, "I'm gay." Because then there's no misunderstanding. He's like, right? Am I wrong about this? I feel like that shuts down any legends of, oh, you were just messing around with this girl.
I'm not only an automobile, I'm an
I've heard that.
automobile enthusiast.
Okay, I can kind of see it.
Sweet rims,
Okay, I can definitely see it.
Look in steel-belted radials.
Knockout
I've heard that verse before, though.
main Decepticon
I don't know who it
cast
is.
with notable adventures that saw him hunt for Cybertronian relics beneath Manhattan and kidnap the Autobots' human allies June Darby and William Fowler, though his primary concern in the field was usually making sure his paintwork didn't get scratched. In his off hours, he liked to spend time in alt mode, partaking in illegal street races with unwitting human drivers, and attending drive-in movies. After
Drive-in
Knockout's
movies,
experiments with
though.
a synthetic energon formula went awry and unleashed a horde of zombie terrorcons on the
Mr.
Decepticons,
Turner.
he was forced to
That's
hand over
him?
control of the
Yeah.
project to Shockwave.
Sounds like him.
The ignominy
Yeah.
of being reduced to little more than a gopher was more than a narcissist like Knockout could stand.
Makes sense.
In the series finale, he decided to join the winning team, turning on the Decepticons and helping the Autobots save Cybertron from the Dark God, Unicron.
Well, I never really had the best role models.
This Knockout was an instant
Interesting.
favorite with fans and easily
Maybe we'll watch
Time's
Prime eventually.
standout new character. He appeared in various pieces of tie-in Prime media, and multiple figures of him were released, as he quickly became the definitive bot to bear the name. Within a few years of the series' end, new knockouts based directly on the Prime incarnation of the character began to cameo in other Transformers continuities,
Cool.
including Transformers Animated, Beast Wars Uprising, and most prominently, IDW Publishing's comics.
He looks that look on his face.
Knockout is an unaffiliated Transformer from
I just love the look on Starscream's face here while he's talking. He looks so done with whatever he's saying.
Well, look, Knockout is very narcissistic. It's kind of hard not to be done with him, not gonna lie.
Everyone just looks at him with that sneer of, please stop talking.
Yeah, that's Knockout, alright.
a long-lost Cybertronian colony on the planet Velocitron, a world obsessed
I've heard about
with
this a little
racing,
bit.
where he worked as a weight loss surgeon, modding racers' bodies
Weight
to help them
loss? Of
stay
course.
lean and lightweight for maximum speed. He and fellow Velocitronian Moonracer served as the planet's ambassadors to Cybertron.
Is that
when
Rat
the two
Trap?
worlds finally made contact.
Yeah, that's Rat Trap.
Interplanetary Council of Worlds that governed colony affairs. Where the Prime cartoon could only imply, the comic was able to depict Knockout as openly gay
See?
and in a relationship with
Be
Breakdown.
nicer for me. Oh, yeah, I get that feeling.
Concepts in the world of the Transformers.
See?
Whenever someone says, can you do this for me? That usually implies something, that you care enough about them to the point that you're willing to take steps, that you're willing to, what's the right word, Fable? Make concessions, which usually people only do it that much for, well, either quite literally family or lovers.
Converge and come full circle. The 2016
There are exceptions, but, you
Transformers
know.
Collector's Club story, The Toxic Transformer, even featured a hybrid Knockout with the body of the original Micromaster,
Huh.
the head, colors, and personality of the Prime character. With 2020 having further
I'll get
driven
back to you
home
on that,
Prime
Platy.
Knockout's popularity by seeing him voted by fans into the Transformers Hall of Fame.
Cool.
It certainly feels like the random usage of the name is now a thing of the past, and that future knockouts will likely follow in the Prime character's footsteps. And look good
No, you
doing
can't
it,
have my
too.
fridge.
And those are the basics on Knockout. Let me know in the comments how many of these different guys you've encountered over the years.
Oh, Fable,
Don't forget
you need to watch the thing on the monster bots. You're gonna like them.
Transformers, click the bell to be notified about new episodes.
Because I think because they're, like, monstrous, but in a cute way, I feel like, to you. Mild poison, aerosol, nausea, fever, fatigue, chest pains, paralysis of bone, loss of bones density, mood swing, moodiness, feral rage, dilly-dallings. Anyway, on that note, what do you guys think of Knockout? I was
He's
surprised
gay.
by his voice and design. That's less of an opinion and more of an observation.
That's what I think of him. Alright, goodbye.